The fact that members of such clear-cut enemies, each engaged in conflict with the other, could plausibly brush shoulders in the supermarket is clearly bizarre. The US presence comes with deep Qatari support. Al Udeid has long been the forward operating base of US Central Command, meaning it is essentially the headquarters of the military's operations in the Middle East. Qatar actively sought the US presence, the military has been there for more than 2 decades, and already has an agreement for a decade more. Yet, Hamas is also there with Qatar's blessing. The movement was invited to set up their political office in Doha in 2012. In fact, Qatar reportedly covertly competed with the UAE to get it, and Qatar has even maintained a unique form of aid to Gaza by financing the salaries of public sector employees in the Hamas-run government to the tune of $30 million per month. And this is far from the only instance of individuals who elsewhere have been at opposing ends of artillery fire coexisting peacefully in Doha. The Taliban, who the US fought for 2 decades in Afghanistan, also opened an office in the city in 2013, also at the invitation of the Qatari government. The unrecognized Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus has an office a mere 10-minute walk away from the Embassy of Cyprus, whereas on the island itself, the two nations are separated by a miles-long demilitarized zone patrolled by UN peacekeeping units. And perhaps most crucially and tenuously, Saudi Arabia and Iran, which are engaged in a decades-long proxy war through support of various opposing militant groups across the Middle East, each have an embassy in Doha, and each, at least at the very moment, maintain active diplomatic relations with the Qatari government. These incongruities are not the byproduct of sloppy foreign policy. Rather, they are the core of Qatari foreign policy. The nation believes that through neutrality, they can find strength extending beyond their natural potential. For counterintuitive, rather convoluted reasons, Qatar sees inserting itself in the middle of conflicts as a key way of keeping out of them. They're trying to become the Switzerland of the Middle East, maintaining a staunch interpretation of neutrality in regional conflicts, then taking that yet another step further by capturing every opportunity to insert themselves in the middle of everyone else's business. After all, the Middle East is a conflict-prone region with a few overwhelming regional powers generating swift currents capable of pulling weaker powers into their wars.